This is the video for routine 102 of the image options game. It first sets T to 380, W to 46, XY position to 535. So it's been a 380 tall, 46 wide. Its color is going to be a green color. It's going to do a rectangle fill of it. Well, let's go take a look at it. It's this green rectangle here that has the numbers from 1 to 12 in it. Back to the program. Once it's made that rectangle, it says box that rectangle and give it click number 3. And the very next instruction says, was click 3 clicked? If it wasn't, go to CC, which is down here. But if it was clicked, go to this mat instruction. And that says that there's one column of 12 parts. So it's going to take that and give it a value from 0 to 11, telling us where they clicked in that rectangle. Then it adds 1 to that value that it got, so that the value won't go from 0 to 11, but 1 to 12. That's the option number they clicked on. Well, next, it sets tall to 30, wide to 45, X position to 5, but then the Y position, it says, well, I set it to the option number, I multiply it by 31, I add 5 to it, and then I color gray, that's a light gray, and do a rectangle fill. Let me show you what that did. That's this gray box here. Seems that these are all 31 apart, so it multiplied the number by 31 to get to the right position and then made the rectangle. Now I've highlighted the rest of routine 102 in green. Starts out by setting a color to a blue, font to 415, bold 15 point, Y value to 60, the value of register K to 0, and then it says for I of 1, and down here it ends, till I is 12, one at a time. It's going to go around here 12 times. It's going to set the value of X to 22. It's going to put a number in line, the value of I. Remember, I is going from 1 to 12, so at first it'll be a 1. Then it fills it with the ASCII code 124, which is these 2 vertical bars. That means it's going to stop showing the line on the screen as soon as it hits one of those bars. Then it adds 40 to X, and then it says it's going to put some text on the screen. And that text is in page A, starting at offset 1024, but then changed by offset value in K, which first is 0. But next we see it's going to add 128 to it. Then it's going to add 31 to value of Y. Well, if you remember, 31 is how tall each line is there. So let's first look at what's at page A here. I'm going to go down here in the brown box for page text, and I'm going to click on page A. I'm going to look here at offset 1024, and there's where it says I1, then it says I2 only if over I1. Well, these are the statements for each one of the options. Well, we're going to end this. Now we're going to go look at what's on the screen. Here's what it's doing. First, it made the value of 1, and then it put this statement. Then it added 128 to the offset in page A where this statement was, and then again and again and again until it did all 12 of them. Next, it sets the color to 0, which is black, the font to 412, which is bold 12 point, then sets an XY position and puts the text first. Then it changes X and Y, does second, changes X and Y, says third, changes it again, and says I2 using the option. Well, what was it doing? We'll go to the program. put this first line here, this second line, this third line, and then this I2 line. Alright, that's the end of routine 102 for the image option game.